have to ask you. He has been in the news. You guys, I was watching a very interesting Twitter battle between you and Andrew Gillum. I was curious. I never saw where that fell off because you did. You came on our podcast a few years ago. You said, this is the guy. He'll make a great governor. And I have seen you say on Twitter that you made a mistake. Did you make a mistake? And what happened between you two?
Well, I made a gigantic mistake because, I didn't know who he was. And I was excited at the time because I thought, what a wonderful thing. You have this articulate, smart, handsome candidate who happens to be African American in a southern state. What a wonderful idea for Florida. And what happened was I didn't really back anybody in the primary. I'm more friendly with Phil Levine than any of them. But what happened was we raised him a lot of money. We raised him a whole bunch of money, and we kept raising money and kept raising money. We got up to like $1.7 million. And then he calls right at the very end and says, I need $250,000 more. And he was so close. I was like, why not? And I said, the 250. When the election was over, what we realized is, number one, that he never spent the money. He took the money that he said he desperately needed for a last minute buy, but he never used it. And then one of the excuses he gave me was when I asked for it, I wasn't allowed to use it when I asked for it. And so my response was twofold. One, if you didn't use it, give it back. And if you couldn't use it, definitely give it back. And he decided, and he was going to go out and register 2 million. Remember that promise? 2 million new voters. And he used the money on his legal and himself and traveling around and getting into all sorts of trouble. And at the end of the day, the guy has had a meltdown down there in Miami. And I feel sorry for him because I have a real good idea of what's really going on with Andrew Gillum. And what I would say to Andrew Gillum is, until he decides to be true to who he is and what he is, that he'll never find peace.